really see everything. So here on the outside we have the nose. External nares. External nares. So right now I'm picking his external nares. And this is known as the
sinus cavity.
You are right with the cavity part, but this is the nasal cavity.
Oh, I knew that.
And then the nasal cavity, we have these little bumps. Those are the concha. So the superior concha, the middle concha, and the inferior concha. And in between those conchas, we have like little hallways, I like to imagine them. And they're hollow, so they're a passageway for air. And we have the superior meatus, the middle meatus, and the inferior meatus. And then now we get into the pharynx. The pharynx is divided into three parts. So here towards the nose is the nasopharynx. Here, closer to the mouth, is the oropharynx. And here, right on top of the larynx, is the
laryngopharynx.
Here, I'm pretty sure they depict it as the epiglottis. The space right here is the glottis, and then right here we have the vocal folds. And if I were to have that other model, we will have like a hole going through the vocal folds, and that hole going through the vocal folds is the rima glottis.
The rima glottis? Is there one? There's one up there. No worries, I'm tall.
Okay. So this right here is the what again? Epiglottis. If I were to open it,
muscles, needs muscles.
There we go. This area right here is the glottis. And right here we have the
vocal cords.
Is that the chew?
It is the true, but we like to just say vocal folds.
Just vocal cord?
Folds or cord? Folds.
Folds? Not cord.
And do you see that hole right in between the vocal folds? That is the rima glottis. Do you see that hole in between the vocal folds? That's the rima glottis. Do you see the hole between the vocal folds? Rima glottis. So it's a passageway.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So it's a passageway for air between the vocal folds.
Also that.
In the middle. Oh, well, my thumb. It's like right in the middle.
I'm just saying.
It does.
So that's it for the inside part. Now the outside part. What gland is that?
The thyroid gland.
And we have, what bone is this?
The hyoid.
And this is the beginning of the
Trachea.
Now we're going to focus on these two cartilage. So this top big cartilage is the thyroid cartilage. And this small one
Starts with the mesenteric. No.
starts with a C.
Choroid. Corticoid.
Cricoid.
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 He just told me too. It's cricoid. So we have the
Thyroid.
thyroid cartilage, cricoid
Cricoid.
cartilage, and the tracheal cartilage, right?
Trachea. And the trachea is kept open by cartilage rings. So it's kept open that way, so it will not collapse and close up. We don't want that. Air will not be able to flow in if we have that happen. No. Thank goodness for our cartilage rings. Do you see that white line in between the cartilage? That's actually a ligament. Do you guys know the name of this ligament? It's the two parts of these cartilage. So it's called the cricothyroid ligament. The cricothyroid ligament. And the ligament really just connects those two cartilages, the thyroid and the cricoid. So it's called the cricothyroid ligament. And that's it for the larynx. And if I were to continue down, this is the
Trachea.
And do you see here, before it splits, this is where the trachea bifurcates. So it was split into two. Bifurcation. And
What?
bifurcation.
Bifurcation.
And this part is called the carina.
Carina.
So it could also be called tracheal bifurcation, but carina. I like to name it I like to use the name carina because I like to blame stuff on someone whenever things happen to me because I don't like to take fault. And so let's say I am coughing up a lung. I like to blame my darn carina for it because it houses cough receptors.
Carina cough receptors.
With a C, sorry. With a C. Carina. That darn carina, its house receptors. And then here, after the tracheal bifurcation, we have the first. So this is the primary bronchi.
Primary bronchi.
And then from there, we have the
Secondary and tertiary.
and then tertiary, splitting from the secondary. So we have primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi. And then from the bronchi, they get those little passageways get even smaller, right? So instead of being bronchi, they're now called
Alveoli.
no,
Bronchus.
bronchioles. Bronchioles. So tertiary bronchi, bronchioles. Now,
Tertiary bronchi, bronchial.
like I said, the bronchi are kept open with cartilage rings, right? To allow air to go in from the outside in. Bronchioles, they do not have cartilage rings keeping them open. What they do have though is, do you see these orange lines? They represent smooth muscle. And for some reason, sometimes the sympathetic nervous system kicks in and it will contract these smooth muscles because we have no control over it. I mean, I'm pretty sure people with asthma would love control over this, but they don't. And let's say we have mucus buildup, right? That creates even more of a problem for people with asthmatic. It makes them hard to breathe, to get air into the lungs because of the contracting smooth muscle and the mucus buildup in the bronchioles. Now here, they're bronchioles. Do you see this little hallway here? This as a whole is called an alveolar sac. So there's many alveoli in the sac. And here we have a little hallway, or what would you guys say this is? A duct. A duct. A duct.
A duct.
Yes, duct. And this is known as the alveolar duct. So it's a passageway for air from the bronchioles to the alveolus. I like to think of these as passageways, as hallways, from the outside in and from the inside out. So oxygen is going to go in, carbon dioxide is going to go out, using that same hallway. And that takes care of it.